Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying deep into the heart of Cambodian folklore to uncover one of its most cherished and poignant legends. The story of Preah Keo and Preah Keo. This isn't just a fairy tale, it's a powerful narrative that has shaped the cultural and spiritual identity of the Khmer people for centuries. It speaks of prosperity, loss, resilience, and the enduring soul of a nation. So, settle in as we explore the tale of the sacred cow and the divine prince. Our story begins in the golden age of the ancient Khmer Kingdom. Imagine a land of breathtaking temples, lush green rice paddies, and a people living in harmony and abundance. This era of peace and prosperity was believed to be watched over by two extraordinary figures, Preah Keo, the sacred cow, and Preah Keo, the divine prince. They weren't just characters in a story, they were the very symbols of the kingdom's fortune and spiritual strength. In the hearts and minds of the Khmer people, Preah Keo and Preah Keo were the divine guardians of their civilization, their presence a guarantee of stability and divine favor. Their story is woven into the very fabric of Cambodian history, a reminder of a glorious past and the values that sustained it. Who were these sacred companions? Preah Keo, the sacred cow, was no ordinary animal. He was believed to be a vessel of immense magical power and profound wisdom. His bellow could shake the earth, and his knowledge was as deep as the oceans. He was the embodiment of spiritual strength and the natural world's potent magic. Alongside him was Preah Keo, the divine prince. He was the epitome of human virtues, compassionate, and possessing a heart so noble it shone like a gem. He represented the ideal ruler, the intellect, and the moral compass of the kingdom. Together, they formed a perfect, harmonious bond. Preah Keo's spiritual power and Preah Keo's human intelligence were two sides of the same coin, bringing unparalleled fortune and divine protection to the land. When they were together, the kingdom flourished. The harvests were plentiful, the people were happy, and the nation was strong. Their relationship was a powerful symbol, representing the essential unity between the spiritual and the mortal, between nature's magic and human virtue. It taught that a nation's true strength lies not just in its armies or its wealth, but in this sacred balance. But as is often the case in tales of great power and fortune, a shadow was looming on the horizon. News of the extraordinary powers of Preah Keo and Preah Keo traveled beyond the borders of the Khmer Kingdom, a powerful neighboring kingdom often identified in traditional accounts as Siam. Heard the whispers of this magical cow and divine prince. Their king grew envious and coveted the source of Cambodia's strength. He believed that if he could possess Preah Keo and Preah Keo, he could transfer their blessings and power to his own land, thereby elevating his kingdom while simultaneously weakening his rival. This ambition sparked a period of intense conflict. It wasn't just a simple desire for conquest. It was a strategic mission to capture the very soul of the Khmer nation. The foreign king devised intricate plots and launched campaigns aimed not at occupying land, but at stealing these living symbols of prosperity. The stage was set for a tragic struggle, a battle not just of swords and shields, but of wits, will, and cultural survival. The Khmer Kingdom now had to protect its most precious treasures from a determined and cunning foreign threat. The Khmer people and their rulers did everything in their power to protect their sacred guardians. They hid them, fortified their cities, and fought valiantly to keep them safe. But the enemy was relentless and clever. Through a series of strategic maneuvers, deception, and overwhelming force, the foreign army finally succeeded. Preah Keo and Preah Keo were captured. It was a devastating blow, a moment of profound national tragedy. The day they were taken away was a day of immense sorrow for the Khmer people. Their capture was more than just the loss of two beloved figures. It marked the symbolic end of an era. The departure of Preah Keo and Preah Keo plunged the kingdom into a period of suffering and decline. The prosperity that had once defined their lives began to wither. The land that was once fertile became barren, and the spirit of the people was shrouded in grief. This event in the legend serves as a powerful allegory for the historical struggles Cambodia has faced with its neighbors, reflecting periods of invasion, loss of territory, and the plundering of cultural treasures. It's a collective memory of vulnerability and the deep pain of losing something irreplaceable. The journey of Preah Keo and Preah Keo did not end with their capture. They were transported to the foreign kingdom, their new home a land of strangers. But their inherent power and virtue could not be contained. Wherever they went, blessings followed. In the enemy kingdom, the land began to flourish. The harvests became bountiful, and the people prospered, all thanks to the unwilling presence of the sacred cow and the divine prince. They had become the source of fortune for their captors, a bitter irony that deepened the sorrow of the Khmer people. Meanwhile, back in Cambodia, the absence of their protectors was felt with crushing weight. The kingdom fell into hardship, famine, conflict, and despair became the new reality. The contrast was stark and painful. The captors thrived while the rightful home of Preah Keo and Preah Keo suffered. This part of the story is filled with a deep sense of national sentiment and cultural longing. It reflects the pain of seeing one's heritage and identity enriching another nation, while one's own homeland is left to decline. It's a powerful expression of loss and the enduring hope for the return of what was unjustly taken, despite being taken away, never to return. The story of Preah Keo and Preah Keo did not end in despair. Instead, it transformed into an enduring legacy of resilience and faith. They became eternal symbols of the Khmer identity, a reminder of a glorious past and the unyielding spirit of the people. Their memory was not allowed to fade. It was preserved in the very stones of the kingdom. Temples and shrines were built in their honor, becoming places of pilgrimage and remembrance. Their tale was passed down from generation to generation through rich oral traditions, told by grandparents to their grandchildren, ensuring that the sacred cow and the divine prince would live on forever in the collective consciousness. The moral of this timeless legend is powerful and clear. The heart of a nation as prosperity lies in its unity and its cultural strength. Preah Keo and Preah Keo represented this perfect unity. When they were together, the nation thrived. When they were separated and taken away, the nation suffered. The story serves as a constant reminder that a country's most valuable treasures are not gold or jewels, but its heritage, its traditions, and the unity of its people. To lose them is to lose the very soul of the nation. So, the legend of Preah Keo and Preah Keo is far more than just a captivating folktale. It is a mirror reflecting Cambodia's spiritual heritage, its historical struggles, and its profound sense of cultural pride. It's a story of what it means to build a great civilization, the pain of losing it, and the strength required to endure. Even today, the tale continues to inspire Cambodians to cherish and protect their traditions, to stand united, and to remember that their greatest strength has always resided within their own culture and spirit. It's a legacy of hope, reminding them that even in the face of great loss, the soul of a nation can never truly be extinguished. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Cambodian mythology. I hope this story has given you a deeper appreciation for the rich cultural tapestry of this incredible country. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration into the world's most fascinating stories. We'll see you in the next video.